Today at Home with Miss Joan, we're going to make one of my favorite pies from being a little girl. I remember sneaking in, peeping through the screen door, and I could see the refrigerator, and I knew Mama had made a lemon meringue pie. And nobody was in the kitchen, so I sneak in, and if it was the last bit, I'd go ahead and take it, because I love that stuff so much. I can still taste her lemon meringue pie. That's what we're going to make today here at Home with Miss Joan. Now, you can use one of those bought graham cracker crust. I'm going to make my own crust. That's what she did, and it makes the pie so much better. And if you have regular graham crackers, you can use a whole sleeve of them and crush them up for this. But you know, they sell now the graham cracker crumbs, and that's what I'm using. And so into that, I'm going to add a half a stick of melted butter. Yum, yum, yum. My crumbs, y'all, if I didn't say it, is 1.5 cups of the graham cracker crumbs, of which you saw me add a half a stick of melted butter. And oh yeah, I'm going to use 2 tablespoons, that's a big one now, the drawer, okay, to sweeten it up a little, of sugar, regular sugar, okay? What we're trying to do is just make all this mixture wet with the melted butter. Okay, y'all, I'm going to feel of it and see if it's wet enough. It's almost like it could stand just a little bit more melted butter. I'm putting just a little bit more melted butter, so I would say 3/4 of a stick, because I know what it's supposed to feel like, okay? I want it to press down good into my 9-inch pie plate. You see how that's making a clump? That's what we want. Okay? I want it to come up all the way on the sides too. Now sometimes it's hard to get this homemade version. The cutout is straight and all is the bought one, because it is these very soft crushed graham crackers, crumbs. But I'm trying to push it, and there's just about no way you can do it without getting in here with your hands and doing it. I can feel with my hands the thickness of where I'm at. Anytime that something calls for a graham cracker crust, this is a little recipe that you can use. And I can't tell you the difference in the taste when it's homemade like this than the bought ones. But I know they save us a lot of time, and I use them too. You've seen me do it. I'm just kind of going around the rim so it'll be somewhat uniform. Okay, y'all, now this step right here is kind of optional, but I'm going to put it in the oven on a 350 degree oven for just 5 to 10 minutes. I'm hoping it'll help it set up a little better. Some people do this, some don't. And now we're going to make the lemon filling. Now, like I told you, my pie plate's the larger 9-inch, so you may think I'm putting a lot of ingredients in here, but I'm going to use 4 egg yolks. Now, if you had a little tiny pan, you could cut this recipe in half, but I'm wanting a thicker, prettier pie, so I'm using 4 egg yolks, and my whites is over getting ready for the meringue. And then I'm going to add 2 cans of Eagle brand milk. Now, I use a lot of the generic sweetened condensed milk, but in this pie, I like to use this brand right here. It's called Eagle brand. I've been making this a long time. This is a 14-ounce can, so we're going to use 2 of them. We're going to have us a big pie, I hope. All right. 1, 2. There's a lot of versions of lemon pie out there where they put cream, cheese, and Cool Whip and all that. But now this is the old-time lemon meringue pie. Mama called it lemon icebox pie. But anyway, whoops. I'll pour some of my lemon juice in there because I was shaking it everywhere. I've got a cup of 4 egg yolks. I got 2 cans of the Eagle brand milk. And I'm going to put in 1 cup of lemon juice. Woohoo! It's going to be good. You don't want no lemon pie unless it's real lemony. Okay. Now this right here, as I stir it, you'll see it kind of thickening up. The reaction between the lemon juice and those egg yolks, it'll thicken up. I don't know if you can tell it on the camera or not, but can you see that that has thickened up from what we started with? Okay. Whoa, I got a little taste because I want it to be real lemony. Woo-wee! We accomplished our mission. Okay, I'm going to take my pie crust. Y'all seen me make it. Now we just got to fill it up. See how much thicker it is? Of course, we're going to have to chill this in the refrigerator now for several hours for it to set up real good after we get our meringue on there. Okay, isn't this pretty? Woo-wee. Yeah, boy. Okay, now some people will stop it right here because they like more of the ready whip and stuff like that topping, you know, when you serve it, put a little ready whip on it or Cool Whip. But we like to put the old time meringue on the top of it, and that's what we're going to make now. We're going to move over to my mixer now, and in here I didn't put 4 egg whites in here, but I did put 3, okay, because that is a bigger pie plate. I'm going to get that to mix it. I know I got to talk real loud right now. Nothing in here but egg whites. When it gets fluffy, I'm going to add sugar and cream of tartar. I'm talking really loud, but you see how poofy it is right now? How whipped? Poofy's not a real word, but except in a hairstyle. I'm putting in the sugar. A 1/4 of a cup. Letting it whip. And I want it to stand in peaks. And to do that, I need to put in cream of tartar. They'll help it hold. A teaspoon. I don't want to get my fingers hung in this thing. So I'm sprinkling in my cream of tartar. That was something that Mother always said, and I just can't figure it out. She always said that put your egg whites in the refrigerator. She'd set them over into the freezer for a few minutes. And I think I told y'all that maybe on my first banana pudding that I did. But I found out that they whip up just as good. Just when I take them out of the refrigerator and, you know, separate the egg yolks from the white. All I could figure out is we didn't have air conditioning at home. And maybe the heat in her kitchen made a difference. I don't know. But anyway, this is the same meringue now that we put on our banana pudding. If you do an old time chocolate pie. Yeah. We've done chocolate pudding with this same meringue too. Look at that. I'm just dumping it all on here. Then we'll fluff it out maybe. Don't this look good? It looks like something we ought to have for Sunday dinner. I'm just kind of fooling with the topping, the meringue, to see if it's getting all the way around the corners. My brother that passed away, Tony, he liked for me to make one of these. He said, "Mate, can you make me one of them lemon meringue pies like Mama used to make?" That was always a thrill of me when he would come visit to make sure he had a lemon meringue pie. We're going to stick it in the 350-degree oven until this meringue browns. It won't take it long. Y'all, here it is. Look at here. We put it in the oven for 10 to 12, no longer than 15 minutes on 350. I didn't put it on broil now because that would have got it done in just a few minutes, okay? But putting it on 350 lets, you know, we put raw eggs in there, and it helps our crust to set up and everything to bake a little bit for the 15 minutes. And that's how long it took it to get this pretty brown right here. I tell you what do you think? Let's cut us a piece. Okay, y'all, here it is. I might could have let it set in the refrigerator. You do need to put it in the refrigerator till it gels up real good, okay? At least 2 or 3 hours, okay? I hate that, but you have to. Y'all, this is so good. This is actually my second bite y'all getting. It's so lemony. Y'all make you one of these. Lemon icebox pie is what my mama called it. You won't regret it. It's a big pie. You know, it was 2 cans of Eagle brand milk. So it makes a big pie go a long ways. But you learned this today at Home with Miss Joan. At home with Miss Joan, would you like? You know, whether you like it or not, okay? At home with Miss Joan, please subscribe. Sure does help this old girl's channel grow. Won't you share with friends and family? You know, like your mom and them, okay? Comment right here and you'll hear back from me. You know, preacher, get back with you, my daughter, me, somebody will right here from At Home with Miss Joan. Woo! Y'all check these videos out, okay?